I need to like run to dinosaur.
Okay, I gotta go.
Alright, we're going to Animal Kingdom today. I'm looking to take some pictures at the Moss Wall and the the Mickey Wall in the Harambe Market. So that's what we're doing. So I made a fast pass. Oh my god, it's sunny. I made a fast pass for Dinosaur, 1:15 to 2:15, and it is 2:12. And I'm not even in the park yet, so we'll see. I mean, you have 15 minutes, so I can get there at 2:30 and not be late. I'm also just one person, so if they didn't let me, I'd be really surprised. But we'll see. The weather here doesn't make any sense. It was so cold yesterday. It was like 40 degrees at Epcot whenever I left at night. And my weather app said it was going to be cold today too. And it's like 60 degrees, and I'm hot in my sweater. But I brought a shirt underneath, so if I really get hot, I can just take off the sweater. But still, like what the heck? Florida, make up your mind. Are you cold or are you hot? I need to like run to dinosaur.
Okay, I gotta go.
Barely made it. Barely made it.
If I can bring you back from the Cretaceous period, it stands to reason that I can bring back a live dinosaur with you. And not just any dinosaur. Take a look at this guy. He's an iguanodon, and I'm certain that he is the key to understanding these magnificent creatures. Let's roll!
That ride is so fun, but the Carnotaurus didn't launch forward at the end, and honestly I was upset. So cute. So the standby wait time is only 35 minutes. If you ask me, for Everest, is a really good wait time. I already have a fast pass for it for later, and I'm still waiting because I love it. So I'm also working on taking pictures in this park because I'm planning on making books for all four, so I need more pictures here. Yes, love that.
Sure to watch your children.
Love mom lap.
In a perfect blending of science and technology, the Dino Institute has created the Time Rover, an amazing vehicle.
Make history today with the Time Rover. It can get kind of choppy out there, so keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times. Flash photography? I wouldn't.
Definitely not our dino. Go!
So I actually ran into a coworker, which was crazy because I was in the single rider line for Everest, and then she was my single rider pair. So then I hung out with them for a bit and went back and did Dinosaur and Primeval World, and then they had to go, and I was like, that's fine. So now I'm going back to get some ice cream, and then I'm going to go to safaris because a fast pass appeared, and I said heck yeah, so we're gonna look. It's my first time watching this bird show thing, and I've heard it's so we shall see.
Adventures and Explorers, hello! And namaste. My name is Marissa. Welcome to another...
We're here! We're really here! Wait, where is here?
You're in Anandapur, India.
Wow, we're in an Panda! No, Canada? We're in India!
That's right, Anandapur. And what time we go?
The wilderness must be explored! Caw, caw, roar!
The wilderness must be explored! Caw, caw, roar!
Caw, caw, roar!
Oh, wonderful job.
Against any predators. And they're called opportunistic omnivores, so they'll eat meat and plants because they need to. Whatever's in front of them, they're gonna eat. That's a black rhino, to be more specific. They're about 3,000 pounds. Can you get black rhino up there? And down it goes. Just make sure that you guys stay seated for me, please. Thank you. There's also some pink-backed pelicans over here too, the gray and the white birds on the island. Get their name from a pink hint they'll get on their back during mating season. The group of pelicans is called the pod. So we're looking at a pod of pelicans right now. There's a hippo right there.
Right here.
Ooh, there it is. Ooh, listen. Did you hear that other one? That's called the wheeze honk. Oh wait, here it comes. Yum, yum, yum. A group of crocodile is called a fast. They're going to be about 18, 20 feet long, 500 pounds or so when they're full grown. Cattle's horns are about 3 to 4 feet in length on each side. After a grunting noise they make. This one may or may not. You don't want to cross the road? You're going to stay there? Yeah? Okay. Tiffany up here. Hi, Tiffany. So these are the side giraffe. Group of giraffe is called a tower. There's another baby in the very back too. Oh, there's babies everywhere. Wow. Baby giraffe are born at 6 feet tall right off the bat. They also have a 5-foot drop when they're born. And like the that's a white rhino up there on the right. A couple of them. Tracy. Group of rhinos called the crash. White rhinos are very docile, very calm. They gotta mind their own business, do their own thing. We don't want to sparkle. We don't want to scare or shock those lions. Group of lions is called a pride. And the Swahili word for lion is Simba. And they are nocturnal animals, so most active at night. Female lions do the hunting, and male. There's that rhino. I think that's what they're interested in. They're just checking out that rhino. What's going on over there?
Look how big they are.
A lion's eyesight at night is 6 times better than that of humans, and a lion's roar can be heard up to about 5 miles away.
I've become a bit of a wimp now, and like I went and freaking bought a hoodie because like this sweater I didn't layer enough. So now I have another jacket on because it's like 57 degrees and I'm like, oh my god, it is so cold. So can't wait to go back to Pennsylvania in a couple weeks and be in 28-degree weather or lower. I think that my friend Luis is coming to meet me here, but I think that I'm gonna say we should eat at the Flame Tree because it's so good and I need to look at it. I haven't eaten at Pizza Fari before either, but I'm going to look at Pandora at night because it's beautiful.
No frío, caliente.
¿Ya viste el venado?
I think that the Flame Tree barbecue is honestly my favorite thing to smell. Like, it's my favorite quick service place to walk by ever. It smells just so freaking good all the time.
To correct a little misstatement, our tours are designed to take you to the early Cretaceous period, and I can assure you that all time.
See? Securely locked. Axe seatbelts. Plug them in. Use them. It can get kind of choppy out there, so keep your hands and arms inside the vehicle at all times. Flash photography? I wouldn't. It alters the homing signal.
One way to understand what's going on with an ecosystem is to study what are called keystone species. These are animals like tigers, jaguars, seals. The banshee is one of these important animals. Dr. Ogden is the foremost expert on studying the ikran and has spent years researching them. Unfortunately, banshees live high in rookeries and humans can't get anywhere near them without becoming their lunch. But the Na'vi and avatars can. In fact, the Na'vi have been riding on the backs of banshees since their earliest history. Thanks to science, avatars can ride on banshees too. That's why you're linking to an avatar. Okay. To get you flying on a banshee, we need to find each of you an avatar. Let's prep the genetic sampling.
I'm on it.
Okay, first we need to find the compatible match of your genetic material with the genetic material of one of the avatar bodies that we already have. Once we do that, you'll be able to link to that avatar and fly. So move a little if you can't. Before we send you into the link chamber, let's watch this piece by Dr. Ogden, who runs the program.
Welcome, everyone. I'm Dr. Jackie Ogden from the Pandora Conservation Initiative. You're about to experience a ceremony that's very special to the Na'vi, flying on the back of an ikran, or as we call it, a banshee.
Alright, so this is just a random update, but at work tonight, I was at the wheelchair accessible area for my ride. So we had a couple of people waiting and we only have one vehicle. So basically some people were waiting for like a little bit longer because they wanted the vehicle that was more accessible. So I was talking to these two ladies and they were so nice and they were there for like a pretty long time. So it was really nice of them, because they had this like Mickey apple, like Mickey Santa apple, and like I had mentioned it, like, oh, that looks so good, where'd you get it? I really want a candy apple now. Like, I wasn't trying to like make them give it to me, but like I was just making conversation with them because they were sitting there for a while and I was like, oh my gosh, I have to go and get some of those. And they came back and they just were like, here you go, sweetie. And I was like, what? And they're like, Merry Christmas. And I was just like, no, I can't take this from you, but now I have it. And it was just the sweetest thing, and now I feel sad and I'm gonna eat it.